What's worse than the housing in NYC? Imagine you out here working and your wife out here trying to cheat. No way. Look how they did her wall. She got mold under her sink and she don't know who to call. You got a girl living on a $100 budget and someone who came all the way to New York for nothing. But you know, let's get straight into the video. But before we do, like, comment, subscribe, man. Show me some love. All right, come on. Let's get straight into the video.
What time did you say you'd be home? All right, I'll see you at 9. All right, I love you too. Be safe.
You be out by 9?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I might give me something to drink. Can I get something to drink? Get the phone real quick.
It's muted.
Yo, you gotta really be on the phone with him all night while I'm here?
He's gonna know something's up if I'm not.
He really be like that?
He's insecure.
That shit's crazy.
This has to be the strangest apartment in Manhattan, and wait till you see what is up with this unit. So now coming in, we are in the kitchen, and that's the bedroom. Now we're in the Upper East Side, and here is the shower, which, yes, it is literally in the middle of the kitchen. Very interesting setup. So yeah, the shower is basically inside of the kitchen, and if you think that the weirdness is over, it's not. So let me show you the bedroom. So this is the bedroom, and if you think that's a closet, you would be very wrong. So let's see what's behind this thing right here. We have the elevated toilet. So yeah, we have a toilet in what's supposed to be a closet, and we have the shower in the kitchen. There's one more thing to check out in this apartment, and that's the living room. So here it is. This is actually a very large living space. But the total rent price for this very interesting apartment is $3,190 a month.
Look at my mom's apartment in Washington Houses. Look at this. For more than 6 months, she been reporting it. Look, mold underneath the sink. You could smell it. Mushroom, that's poison growing. Very disgusting. You step on the floor, water is coming up. We told them that it's mold. They're saying that it's not mold. Look, when you stepping on it, it's literally coming up. My mom been dealing with this for more than 6 months since the summer. She's been calling, making reports. Also going to the doctor because she's been coughing and having chest problems from the mold, breathing it in. They're now saying they didn't want to remove her cabinets, but Thanksgiving is literally in a couple of more days. She's okay with them removing the cabinets, but now they're saying that they're not going to give her cabinets right away. It's been going on for more than 6 months. Like I said, my mom is old. Not old, but she's old. And now she has a lot of health issues. So this is Washington Houses, and she has been emailing and contacting Housing Authority. And nobody has reported back to her or emailed her back or even called her to say anything. They just sent people just 10 minutes ago to come take the cabinets, to leave her without cabinets. But now the floor, where my daughter and her other grandchildren come and play on the floor and crawl and things like that, we got to keep them from the floor because, you know, that is dirty and mold. Not dirty, but mold, and also water coming up, which could be contaminated and disgusting. But yeah, this is my mother. Say hi, Ma. How long you been dealing with this already?
A year.
A year? See, my mom is hurt because, again, she's not being heard, and this is not okay. She pays her rent on time. How much you paying rent? How much you paying rent? Because they be sitting there charging a lot of rent money to live in these apartments, but then they don't help when you need help. If you have any contact information where we can contact somebody higher than, you know, the management office or anybody, Housing Authority, to help with my mom's situation, please let me know, comment, you know, reach out. Thank you.
I live in New York City on a $2,000 budget. Here's what I spent during the month of November. My rent came out to $1,168. I also spent $1,350 on my internet and $34.50 on my Con Edison utility bill. I spent $59 grocery shopping this month, and I do cook most of my meals at home with really affordable products from Trader Joe's. But I also have a separate eating out budget for eating out with friends, and this month I spent $244 eating out. I ate out 7 different times, and then I got pastries and coffees 3 different times during this month. I also spent $52 in public transit and $27 taking 2 different Ubers this month. For entertainment, I spent $124, including watching the Wicked movie, which was $33, and also $10 for my ballet classes. I spent $89 on miscellaneous items. This included $10 on toiletries and $75 on a donation to a nonprofit. This month, I also flew home for Thanksgiving, but my flight was covered by airline miles that I had, so that is not included in this month's budget. This brings total spending for this month to $1,809. Let me know what category surprised you the most.
This is how much I spent to rent an apartment in New York City. When I was apartment hunting, I decided to stay at an Airbnb, and that cost me $2,231 for a month. To mitigate the fact that I don't know anybody in the city, and also I didn't know how apartments in New York City worked, I decided to get a broker. Using a broker to rent an apartment is still a foreign concept to me. He did help me tour different apartments though. Once I found and applied for the apartment that I do have right now, here's the breakdown for that. So the rent and the security deposit came out to be $5,200, and the broker's fee was 12%. And if you don't want to do the math, the broker's fee was $3,769. So just to secure an apartment, I paid $8,969. And the total cost, which did not include moving in, actually starting my life at my apartment, was $11,200. And if anybody's doing this whole thing, I would say get clear on brokers and what they're out and stuff like that, and negotiate ahead of time, because that is a ridiculous amount of money. Coming from the Midwest and being used to those rent prices, this is just like another level.
As a native New Yorker, I want to talk about having a car in New York City. I know a lot of people have their opinions on this and they feel indifferent, feel like we shouldn't have cars, so much transportation in terms of the train, buses. With this congestion toll thing coming out, I'm very upset about this as someone that has a car. Also, I work downtown and I drive to work, so that means that I would have to be paying that $15 every single time I go to work. I'd be coming back and forth from New York City to New Jersey, so I also pay that toll, so I would have to be paying that toll on top of the congestion price toll. Besides that, I want to speak about the opportunities I've been able to have just because I have a car. There are certain days where I have a bunch of free time, and with my free time I've always just wanted to do like Uber Eats. I've always wanted to do DoorDash. There's been days where I had nothing to do and I would literally be out in the streets making money, and I'll come back home with $200. I used to act and I used to model, and some of these acting gigs were like in West Bubble. Would have to take the train to the bus to the train. When COVID happened, I didn't have a car, family didn't have a car, nobody in my family had a car, and if anything was to happen, like, we're just trapped because we have no car. Like, we have to rely on New York City, MTA, the government, get from point A to point B. Talk about the cons. The amount of money I spent paid off my car, but I do have car insurance. Like I said, I'd be coming back and forth from New York City to Jersey. I probably already spent like $1,000 on tolls. Now I think I owe them $700. Tickets. I just really did not know how much tickets were given out so freely, like if it was just a piece of paper. You literally get a ticket for anything, and they don't be like little tickets. No, baby, we in New York City. It's 130, it's 115, it's just adding up until like, oh, I owe $1,000 on nothing. Parking is pretty bad because obviously there's so much cars in the city. So like, let's say I'm trying to go to an event, like, you have to make sure to plan out time just to find parking. I've been waking up at 7 a.m., 8 a.m. to move my car almost every single morning because of street cleaning. So yes, that's another con.
My grocery budget in New York City is $100 a month. This is what I bought today. Starting off with rice. I love this. I make so much rice at home and I find it really affordable per cost of meal. Bought bananas and eggs. I stocked up on my pastas. I bought them of all different shapes and sizes, and of course I also got pasta sauce. I got 2 of these, and I got tuna to diversify my protein sources. I also got olive oil. This will last me for months. And I got pears, which I've started to eat with hummus recently. Ground turkey, which has less fat than ground beef. And tortillas. I also got milk. And this is your friendly reminder that my grocery budget might look different than another person's. I only shop for myself. I also had some other food items at home that I'm going to be making food with. That brings our total to $40.57.
What's going on with NYC weather? But y'all, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe, man, and we out.